looking at our bills, our heating bills, heating costs and stuff like that. Then Tom come along and offered some help, and we took him up on it.
The furnace wasn't running after we'd gotten home from Florida,
Yeah.
and it was very cold on a Sunday afternoon. And he came out and got us going. And then last year it happened again, and he came out also on a Sunday and got it going. And that's when he started talking to us about some of the energy conservation.
We'd been having enough trouble with that furnace. We thought maybe we should be looking at replacing this thing. So Tom did a test on it, and he said it's not testing all that bad, but you might want to take a look at upgrading your system, trying to make it a little bit more efficient. And so we did. Comfort-wise, we were always having to, we've got a gas log here, and you always had to have the log on in order to make it comfortable enough to be able to live here. This is our living room, and with the western exposure, it was cold compared to the rest of the house. So we were looking for a better way.
I think the comfort and the evenness in the heat, which we didn't have. And when they did the evaluation, we had a big hallway fan that was leaking air like crazy, and that hallway was cold. And so the back rooms were cold. You walk down the stairs, you can feel the difference. So the unevenness of the heat in the house.
I think Tom explained everything up front, what was going to be going on, about how long it would take, what they were looking for. And even when they were going through the process, they would explain, it's going to be a few more minutes, or here's what we're looking for. It was comfortable for me. I don't know about Jan, but I was totally at ease with it.
Okay. The guys were great.
They were.
Yeah.
They went around the entire foundation, and they foamed in all of the foundation where the plate sets on the foundation. They foamed that all to stop any air leakage coming through. I had gone down there before and put in insulation, that's what we were told to do before. They even reinstalled that insulation to give it a better R factor. They sealed every bit of ductwork, whether it was supply or return. They went through, they balanced, got a reading for all of the registers regardless of where they were at to see what kind of flow they were having. And then, I'm trying to think. They sealed on the walls of the spaces underneath these rooms. That's like a crawl space under there. They sealed everything, put in insulation, and the results have been incredible. I mean, we've been here 28 years now? Almost 28 years. This is the best this has ever felt. And this is the worst year we can ever remember as far as wintertime. It was grim.
And for anybody who has a whole house fan, because when we bought the house it didn't have air, the leakage, the temperature in the hallway was 51 degrees when the heat's running. And they also insulated the whole garage wall up next to the kitchen and entry area, so that's all been redone. And
regardless of when they come in, they always put something on their feet or take their boots off or whatever so they don't be tracking stuff around. They put down, I don't know how many yards of protectant that they put down on all the steps, the floors, the hallway. They just kept the place neat. They did their job, but they were courteous, and just the way they talked to you, it felt like family. They were really good in explaining what they were doing at the time, and to help us figure out what are we going to notice different. What about you?
Yeah, and they were telling us everything that they were doing too, like when they were going into foam in the crawl space, and they would call us down and say, look at what we've done, at the base plate where they had to take ceiling tiles out, and they had to do a lot
They sure
to
did.
undo and redo and put it back together looking just like it did when they started, so.
Comfort. This is wonderful. I think when the wind used to blow, you used to get the blankets out to put over your lap because it was cold. And now you can't even hardly tell the wind is blowing. It doesn't get a wild fluctuation in temperature in here. You can sit here with your slippers on and feet on the floor, and it's comfortable.
Recommend them to anybody, and a lot of people with houses like our age probably aren't even aware of the leakage that they have, and so go ahead and have the audit, have them come through and make an evaluation. If you don't do anything, okay. If you do, fine, but we certainly would recommend them to.
You bet. The trust factor is incredible with all of them.